Welcome back to Then and Now. I'm Julian Zelizer.
And I'm Jonathan Alter of Old Goats.
Well, this weekend there's going to be another round of No Kings Day protests on Saturday all over the country. And we were thinking back to April of 1970, another moment of protest, Earth Day. Concern over the environment had been building over the previous decades. There had been books like Rachel Carson's Silent Spring that raised awareness of the environment and the effects on the environment. There had been more legislation dealing with environmental issues like clean water. And middle class Americans became more concerned as the economy did better with the quality of life in areas like the suburb. And so in 1970, Senator Gaylord Nelson thinks of doing something to mark and raise concern about the environment. He recruits a student from Stanford, Dennis Hayes. And on April 22nd, you have the first Earth Day. There's protests and rallies all over the country. In New York City on Fifth Avenue, there's a huge march. I think people carry a tree to kind of symbolize concern. There were signs, "Save your Earth, you can't get off." And it really marked, for many people, the not beginning, but a key moment in the evolution of the environment. So, John, what are your thoughts?
So, Earth Day was enormously impactful. It led almost directly to the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, which is now under assault, and it really did change the world by turning the environment into a truly major issue. And it was also the largest one-day demonstration in American history, 20 million. In second place was June 14th, 2025, when there were 5 million people. This is way bigger than any other protests in American history, right? 5 million, way bigger. On Saturday, the No Kings protest will, in all likelihood, exceed 5 million. It won't get to 20 million where Earth Day is, but this is a major event, No Kings. And when you're living through it, in the same way when we're living through Earth Day, I was a 12-year-old in Chicago. We went out to a Chicago Earth Day event. I didn't think it was a big deal, right? When you're living in history, you don't know it. No Kings is a brilliant way of conveying the anti-Trump message. It's capacious and it is attracting millions of people. So it's extraordinarily important that unless you have to work or have family responsibilities, that you go to one of the No Kings events in your area. And there are hundreds of locations. People think that these marches don't change anything. That might be the largest misconception of our time. So just to give you a statistic, 50 years ago, there were about 40 to 45 democracies in the world. At the turn of the century, there were like 120, now around 90, right? But 90 is twice as many democracies as there were in the world a half a century ago. What changed? 2 words: people power. In every single one of those cases where a country moved from dictatorship to democracy, it was not directly, but indirectly the result of people power. There's no cause and effect. It's not like we march and things change. That's the way people erroneously think change happens. The way change really happens is that these marches are part of a process of movement building that then becomes a mighty river bursting through dams that any dictator might build.
Well, let's conclude. I found Senator Nelson explain the goal of Earth Day back in 70, saying the goal is to get a nationwide demonstration of concern for the environment so large that it would shake the political establishment out of its lethargy and finally force the issue permanently onto the national political agenda. That was then, and let's see what happens now. We'll talk next week, Jim.
Go to your No Kings protest tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
All right.